Evening, ladies, and welcome to week 3. Thanks, Kim, for letting me know that week. That's great. My brain's a bit fried tonight because school holidays definitely have been a little bit taxing. So, yes, I've been using my balance oil and that's been helping. So, if you need oils to support yourselves through whatever you're going through right now, then please do. And if you need help to figure out what oils you need, then send me a message. I'm happy to throw around some ideas with what you might be dealing with right now, or I can point you in the right direction for some answers. So yes, if you're struggling right now, especially with what's happening in Australia and you're feeling that emotionally, then yeah, use your oils and use your support groups as you can, because that's what doTERRA is, ladies. It's community and we're here for each other. So yes. Please excuse me if my brain is a little bit mushy and my words fall out of my mouth all weird, but we're going to talk about enrolling tonight. And I'd like to talk about the first enrolment and the second enrolment. And if you're unfamiliar with this term, we actually talk about the second enrolment being part of the LRP program. So the LRP is actually the foundation to our business, okay? So if we are enrolling month to month, every month on the 1st, our business goes back to 0. Even the presidential diamonds start as consultants again on the 1st of the month. Think about that. It's a great equalizer. We are all on the same level on the 1st. What makes them different, however, is the fact that they have other people who actually order on the LRP program during the month. So they might actually reach ranks faster and quicker because they've taught these people how to do that. And that's what we want to do, is to introduce everybody we enroll into the LRP program. Because once you actually help someone learn how to do that for themselves, you empower them. You enable them to take control of their home, of their health, and of their cleaning, and anything that they may want to use for the oils. So LRP is really important, because it also helps us use our points and save a lot of money. And personally, I love the LRP program and it is totally free, and it only requires one thing each month, and that can be totally in their court. So it's about how we perceive LRP actually. And if you have a block around the loyalty rewards program, then I invite you to explore that. What is it that comes up for you with this? Is it lack because you think that maybe the LRP is too expensive, or you think some of the oils are overpriced, or is it bringing up stuff in you that you don't know why everybody should order month to month? So explore that notion of, how do you feel about your own LRP? How do you feel about your monthly order? Is it something that you actually love? Is Purple Box Day like, does that make you smile? Does it arrive and you go, yes, I can't wait to just see what's in the box and have fun with it again? Or do you kind of do it because you have to? I want you to start looking around your home and seeing, what products are you using on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and a monthly basis that you can probably share with someone, all right? Are you using the hand wash, the toothpaste? All these things are consumable. People use them, all right? So if they're ordering these things on their LRP, then it becomes invaluable to them that they may accrue points. And we can use those points on spending on other things. Okay, so let's talk about that first enrolment. The first enrolment is extremely important because this is their introduction to oils. And this is where most of us spend a lot of our time, right? You talk to someone and you maybe spend up to about 4 hours. If it's in a workshop basis, or you've spent time on the phone with them, talking face to face, you've spent maybe 4 to 5 hours actually bringing them to the fact that they're willing and ready to hand over their credit card to you to get some oils to start. And that trust in that first enrolment is brilliant. Now, what happens after that is, if we didn't do the second enrolment into the LRP, then we would have to continually enroll these kind of numbers all the time. So just say you went on a big enrollment spree and you had a fire in your belly and you went and enrolled all your friends and you hit elite. And it would be amazing, and I would be applauding your efforts, and it's amazing. But what happens the month after that? You go back to zero, okay? So we don't want to have to repeat those efforts every single time. So if you are introducing the loyalty rewards program at the first enrollment, then you are also teaching people how they can reorder for themselves. And there comes the wellness consult. Now, if that's an unfamiliar term to you, then what it is a review of the oils once they arrive and an introduction to the online ordering system. Now, this is super important. And whenever I do a wellness consult with someone, whether it be face-to-face, which has really good results, or on the phone, I have a great turnover and a very high enrollment to the LRP program, because I actually want to put those next few hours into that person. They've got their oils, they're wanting more information, and you need to show them how to use the online system, right? It's not going to be a familiar thing for them. So understanding that there is 2 enrollments allows you to understand what you're going to need to do with this person as a timeline, okay? You spend time with them before introducing, sampling, talking about essential oils and how they can help them in their life. You enroll them with a kit or less or more, whatever suits their needs. And then you will follow up with them and talk about the LRP program and the online ordering system, okay? Support comes after that. And we're going to talk about more about that next week. But these 2 steps are the crux of our business. If we are forgetting the second half of this enrollment, then we are creating more stress on ourselves, and we are creating customers that don't exactly know how to use doTERRA properly. Now, I've done phone conversations before, which are phenomenal, and I actually can do a wellness consult over the phone without needing to be in front of a computer. I do advise that you ladies do try and do face-to-face as best as you can. It works brilliantly, and we're going to talk about how to do that. But if you can't, you can definitely do it over the phone. And I have, and I've done it multiple times, because kids stop me having time, and they don't always allow me to just pop over to someone's house if they live 2.5 hours away, you know. So phone is fine, or Zoom call. And as long as you do follow up with people, then however you do that is good. All right. Sometimes people don't always take the LRP on straight away, and you can do a wellness consult as much as you want. I do also like to follow up with a make and take class, and that is a form of another way of following up with people on how to use their oils. They've already received their oils at home, and you're teaching them how to use it by making rollers and sprays and stuff. It's very hands-on, it's lots of fun. Okay, so our first enrollment is helping a person open a wholesale account online. So you can do this in person, you can do it over the phone, Skype, in a workshop. All you need to do is get them to fill out that paperwork, and then you take it home and you fill it in online. You've all had experience with this before, and if there is any questions around how to do that, then we can cover this in another time, not a problem. When we get that piece of paper and someone has filled it in with us and they've agreed to a kit or whatever they need, we always say to them, once your kit arrives, the protocol is we're going to follow up and discuss how you can use these oils together. I'm also going to show you how you can use the online ordering system. By using this way, you are actually saying to this person, I'm going to follow up with you and I'm going to show you how to reorder. Okay, it's an assumption that allows them to say, yep, okay, I understand that there's more to this than now. You're not going to just leave them alone and walk away. Sometimes people push back and they don't want it. That's fine, and it's totally in their court. But I would actually say to them, look, I know this is a new thing for you, and I'd really like to follow up with you at a later stage. So is 10 days okay? Or figure out where it lies with them. And if they're really unresponsive, then you can just say, hey, I'm just going to send you some emails or whatever they will be with them. And some people love the wellness consults because you get to sit down with them again and talk personally at a very close level. Cool. So the wellness consult in person, I tend to use the Live Guide, which is the purple book that comes in all of the enrollment packs. You basically go through it with them. You're introducing other products. So sit them down, get them to get their oils out and briefly go over each oil again. Just say, okay, have you used lemon? It's really good for cleaning. Just briefly, just touch on all the oils and make sure that they're opening them. When you use the Live Guide, you're going to just briefly turn over the pages and say to them, these are other products in the range. Don't get overwhelmed by it, but when you have a chance to have a look through and see what jumps out for you. We have shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste. Like, just point a few things out that you think that they might like, which I find the Live Guide's beautiful because it's quite visual. And if you're sitting with them, they go, oh my gosh, look, there's like emotional oils and what's this for? And they get kind of excited. So to give you a bit of a gauge on where they're sitting with their own selves with the oils, and you're making sure that they're seeing it, okay? Because when you jump on the back office, you don't always get to see all the categories at once, but the Live Guide's a beautiful way to show them. Now, people are mostly looking for guidance with their oils. I use the Live Guide to suggest a daily usage with them. So there is a beautiful page that they can write on. Don't write this for them, okay? This is very close to prescribing, which we are not allowed to do. Hand them the pen and ask them to write your suggestions, okay? If they've written it down themselves, then it becomes their own choice. If we write it down for them, it can look like a prescription. And we do not prescribe, we do not treat, we do not heal, we don't do anything, but we can suggest, okay? So I basically start off in the morning box and I say, okay, this is a good place that we can put lemon in our water in the morning, which is great for the gut before you've eaten. You can take your supplements in the morning and you can choose a diffuser blend to get your day started. So something uplifting like a peppermint and wild orange. So if you're suggesting a nice little blend that you might use, get them to write that down. And then move into the middle of the day box. So the lunch box, where you might suggest another diffuser blend that might help them. And then the afternoon and evening. So I do carry on and I actually write a whole day. And then they go, oh, right. So in the afternoon, I've got something that's a bit more calming I can put on, preparing for bed. And this is where I can use my ice blue because I've been working a lot. And oh my gosh, I didn't know I could use oregano near dinner for my pasta. So if you're starting to suggest lots of oils, then they start to get an idea of what a day can look like and how you might use them, right? So make suggestions that are yours. What do you do in the afternoon, evening? Do you put a diffuser in your room before you go to bed to help get your room ready, to help calm the evening down? What is it that you do? Write in the Live Guide, get them to write in the Live Guide. Now, the one thing that I find really, really helpful is to get them to write down their top 3 priorities. What is their 3 health challenges? Because people could have lots or little. We don't want to try and change too much right now. We just want them to focus on the top 3. So if they're having sleeping issues, the box next to that, it will say what oils that they already have. I always take from the oils that they already have and start creating blends for them. Then I get them to write down my suggestions for other possible oils that they might want to look at. So if we're talking about sleep in the kit, maybe you might look at lavender and frankincense. So something beautifully easy like that. So they straight away, they go, oh yeah, I've got those oils, great. So they get excited because they don't have to purchase anything yet. And then you can say to them, but if you're looking to explore other options and lavender isn't working for you, because like medications, we need to explore what works for our body. You don't just say when the doctor gives us a prescription that, oh, it didn't work, so all medication doesn't work. No, we say, okay, I need to go back and get something different. Essential oils are exactly the same. You need to find the combination that will work for you and your body, and everybody is different. So you can explore with them, get them to write down other options. So maybe like a cedarwood or vetiver if they're having huge difficulty, juniper berry for night terrors or bad dreams. You can explore other options with them. Just get them to write those down as well. So once you've left, they can come back to these options and have a look at other suggestions, because they don't always remember. When you're doing a wellness consult with somebody, they may not have even opened the box. They've waited for you to arrive, which is nuts to me, but some people like to wait and they have forgotten everything that you've said. So they're actually waiting for you to help them. So the second enrollment is really important. When you are doing the wellness consult, try to be real with them as you can, okay? Use what you know, and if you don't know, you look it up. Just say to them, I'm not really sure. Let's just have a look. Let's check the app on the phone, or here's a book I really love to use. It's kind of become my go-to book. It introduces them that they don't need to know everything as well, and shows them other resources that they can use, all right? So you don't have to know everything, but what you do need to do is to show them how to use their oils, right? It's honestly as simple as that. So in the beginning, ladies, I would really love you to utilize the support networks that we have for introducing your people to other things. So we don't need to create any programs right now. We have Kirsten's Oily Tree, which is amazing for daily tips and tricks. And she also has Oil Camp in the units of Facebook. So if you have a Facebook user who loves to self-learn, that is a brilliant way of having someone tapped into a community, but you don't have to create the content, all right? It's all been done for us. Karen Miller is our Diamond upline, and she actually runs monthly oil camps, which are done in a group. So if you have someone that loves to learn alongside other people, then you can introduce this person into Karen's group and have them learn that way. So it's really helpful to understand how your person learns. Email series have been created for you. There is resources out there. So ask the question in the wellness consult, and how can I follow up with you in terms of learning? What's your style of learning? And if they just say, no, I'm not on social media, they're great. Do you do email? Or can I call you every month or so? So understanding how they want to communicate to you and how you can get through to them is really great. So yeah, that's really handy. So we can tap into lots of resources to follow up with support, and we're gonna learn a bit more about that next week as well. Okay. All right. When you're in the workshop in the beginning, the wellness consult can be booked at the workshop at the first enrollment. So I generally say to people, look, 10 days is a good time when you've received your oils and you've had a bit of a play yourself. So how about we book it in now? And then I'll just give you a call a couple of days before, and they'll just say yes or no. And you can just say, okay, cool. Well, let me know when your oils arrive and we'll book a time then, or you can book it in now. So you're basically insisting that the wellness consult needs to happen. Yep. All right. So if we want to follow up with a make and take class, this can be done in a group setting, which is awesome. So I use the Lisa Zimmer method here. So if someone's had an introductory workshop, you can move into one of her make and take classes. And then that's an easy way of getting them to use their oils, understanding how and the why. The make and take classes are fantastic for that. It's also great for introducing other people and bringing new people along. So don't be afraid to use a make and take class, but I do suggest you do a wellness consult with people anyway. So quite often I've done a make and take class, but I've followed up on the phone with the introduction to the back office. Okay, I prefer to do that one-on-one. Whether you do it in person or not is fine, but this bit needs to be done. So this is the part of the wellness consult that shows them what their account is and how to reorder. Because basically, we don't order for people. We show them how to do it themselves. It's really important. So if that's all you did, if that's it, then you can tick the box that you've at least shown them something. So in the beginning, if you can, sit down with them and run through on your phone or computer or their computer. But the best result I've ever had has been their phone because most people access the online, the back office through their own stuff, right? If you show it on yours, then it's not really helping them to learn because, you know, you might have an Apple phone and they've got a Samsung. It's all looking different. And so I actually say, hey, can you grab out your computer or your phone and I'll show you how to order. And I get them to type their ID in and get them to type their password in. And some of them might not even know where it is. So make sure you have that before you go to your wellness consult or your call, because it's really important that you have that information on hand, because you can just say, no worries, I looked it up before I came. And when they come to the original screen, so I'm going to do a quick wellness consult for you guys right now. This is how I do it in person, and this is how I do it on the phone. And you will see that I kind of do it off by heart now, and I don't need to sit in front of a screen to do this. It's something I've just learnt just by saying it over and over again. It doesn't really change, depends on the person. But yeah, I've helped people get started onto LRP using this method. Okay, so I'm going to pretend you guys have just gotten started. So, okay, thanks for opening up. This is our back office. So what you're going to see here is our opening screen. At the top of the screen, you'll see just some ads, some promos that happen each month. So basically these ads will change every month with an offer of 10% off that will change every month. You get a free oil that you can choose to have in your loyalty rewards program order, which comes free with your order if you spend over a certain amount. And there's other promos here. So if you ever want to learn about these, just click on one of the ads and it will show you another screen where you can learn some more information, okay? Okay, so down the bottom, you have some pictures of some quick links. You also have the words of the quick links at the top. Feel free to explore these categories. So what I want you to do right now is to click on the oils button. So that's going to bring up some single oils and some blends. Just click on the single oils for me. Okay, so in your single oils, it's all alphabetized. So this is where we can actually search for oils as we needed. So I noticed that you said you wanted ginger. So let's go ahead and find that. So you can see where ginger crops up. Now on the right of the screen, you can see a search bar. Just type in ginger on the right there. And you can also search for oils that way if you know what you're doing. So please explore this section in your own time, because there's lots here. So there is spa options and skin options and household cleaning products, okay? All right, so now I'm going to show you our loyalty rewards program. Do you see that box on the right? So at the top, you'll see a button for Australian and the US. Now we can actually access products that come from the US simply by clicking that button. But I want you to notice that all the products will be in US dollars and we need to pay the conversion fee on our credit card for that, okay? So just be careful there that you're aware of that. And there is a 10% tax on top for GST, all right? So you can get stuff from the US, it's just a different price, all right? So now click back to the Australian products, and underneath, I want you to see where it says create new order. Go ahead and click that button for me. Okay, so what I want you to do is choose a date before the 15th, because if we choose a date before the 15th, it allows us to have the option to get the free oil each month. It's totally optional and it's your choice, but if we click the date before then, it gives us the option. So we can change this date anytime, just pick a date. Okay, the 11th, great. Now scroll down and add to cart. All right, so this is the screen that will come up as a template. The template Oh, okay, back one step, sorry. So add to cart. So we're going to add something to the cart. So let's go ahead and add that ginger to the cart, right? Now click the button that says the review the cart. So it's going to bring up the template. Now at the top, you can see that you've got all your personal details here. So you've got your address, your credit card, your email, and the date. You can change any of these options at any time, okay? So if you want to change credit cards, you can. And the date on the right-hand side is in American, okay? So it's month, day, year, right? You can change the date of your order anytime. So please don't stress about the date. So all this stuff is totally changeable. And remember, the LRP program is totally free and it's totally optional. And you can cancel it at any time. It's not a problem. So can you see that we've got ginger there already? Now I want to show you that we can actually add to the cart by going back to the original screen, or we can just quickly add something else. Now I noticed you liked the balance oil. So just type that quickly in the template there and see how it comes up on a drop screen. Just click on the balance oil and it'll also give you some other suggestions if you know what you're ordering. Pop the balance oil on the template. Okay, so if you were to click the red X on the right, go ahead and do that right now. It'll show you that you can easily remove products from the cart. Now, if we were to save this today, you wouldn't be able to remove the last item, okay? Because the template always needs one item in there. So we can go ahead and swap and change just simply by adding something first. So if you're ordering one thing a month, make sure you add that other product and then take the original one away, okay? So if we ordered the ginger in January and then we changed our template in February to balance, you just simply add the balance and then remove the ginger for the February order, all right? Which is really, really easy. Now, down the bottom, we have a button that says continue. If you really needed your ginger today and you didn't want to wait till the 11th, then you can go ahead and press continue, and that will force the order through and you'll get it shipped out to you straight away. It will then roll your template across to the next month, okay? So the loyalty rewards program is there so we can actually accrue points to spend on other products. Do you see one of the little columns here? It says select product. When you actually start accruing points, this will come up with a number 1. You can click on the number 1 and it actually will bring up a 0 total. So as long as you have something else added to that order, you'd be actually able to get free oils this way. And it's really cool. And it's how I actually get my more expensive oils. So this is really exciting because if you had your eyes on a frankincense or helichrysum or something, or one of the emotional oils, or you weren't really sure you wanted to pay for, I don't know, ice blue, then you could get it for free and try it that way. I actually like to spend my points on things like hand wash and shampoo and conditioner and body lotion. So this is what I use my points for. I think the program's great and it's totally free. So at the bottom here, you can see where it says save changes. Now, would you like to go ahead and save this today? Now, understand that it's totally free and we can cancel it anytime. But remember, this order is actually for next month. Okay, so it's not going to be in the same month we purchased the kit. It's actually for next month's order. So do you want to go ahead and do that today? Yes or no? And 9 times out of 10, they actually save the template because they've got nothing to lose. You've already showed them through the wellness consult that that they want the ginger, right? Because they can use it for digestive issues and it tastes amazing. And so by the time you've done this online ordering process, they're ready. They're ready for the information. You can see, ladies, that I've done that 1,000 times. I'm not expecting you to understand that. All I want you to do is to sit down with the screen in front of you, and as soon as you get to that part, you've done this section before, okay? Just explain it. I just know how to do that because I've done that a few times on the phone as well, and I'm not even on a screen. So if it feels like I've just rolled it off the tongue, then yes, I've done those a few times. So you will also get to a point where you feel comfortable enough to do phone ones as well. And I've even done enrollments over the phone. So do what works for you. If you don't have the time, the energy, the space, whatever it might be, you've got little ones, you're can't be bothered driving, whatever, you're busy, just do it over the phone. It's really, really simple. Just start with your screen in front of you and you can work through that, okay? So I hope that section of the wellness consult has helped me going through it together with you, because yeah, you'll get good at this too. All right, so I think that would be enough for tonight. I think I hope that's really helped you ladies this evening, and yeah, I think following on next week, we're going to talk about support. So we're going to talk about all those things that I mentioned earlier, on how to support them following on from here, following on from the wellness consult, because I actually count this as part of the enrollment. The LRP program is part of the enrollment. And as soon as you guys click to that, you'll know as soon as you enroll someone, there's another enrollment coming, then the support starts. We have so much support available to us. We just don't have to do it all ourselves. If you want to and you feel comfortable enough to do that, then great. But I would love you guys to tap into what's already there for us. It's just easier. And then everybody else gets an idea that it's a wider community and they get accepted and they can outsource for other questions. So they learn from everyone. And that's a good thing as well. It's not so taxing on you. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know I'm talking a million miles an hour, so I hope you've kept up and my brain didn't go mush. Hooray! So yes, if you have any questions, I will love to hear from you all. But thank you for joining us, and I'll get this uploaded soon. Good night.